Good morning, everyone. Today I've been asked to talk about the Amitabha's and Pure Land Sukhavati and also the Bodhichitta mind. Before we begin the about the Sukhavati, I think we have to also understand how Sukhavati came about. Sukhavati is a pure land of Amitabha, Buddha Amitabha. Before Buddha Amitabha became the enlightened one as a Buddha, before he became Buddha, at the time when he was a king, that was a long time ago. At that time, he met Sanjay Namparnanze, the Buddha Namparnanze, and he asked about the pure land, because there are many different pure lands. And as he heard about all different pure land, and he, in his wish that he wanted to create a pure land which has all the qualities of all these other, because it's like a combination of all the pure lands into one. So that became the Sukhavati. And also one of the reasons is that when one attains Sukhavati, it's then from there even a normal person can enter into the Sukhavati. That's the way it was designed. There is the way it was created. Now, one must also understand when Buddha Amitabha. Now, Buddha Amitabha is a very powerful Buddha. Maybe you may or may not know this, but for the likes of Guru Padma Sambhava, Tara, Avalokiteshvara, these are all considered as an emanation of Buddha Amitabha. So it is very, especially for Himalayan belt or the Tibetan Buddhism, Guru Padma Sambhava and Tara and Avalokiteshvara is one of the most common or the most practiced dharma among the lay practitioners. So when he created this, but then now you have to also understand how one can go to the Sukhavati. The Sukhavati, of course, is a pure land, and to attain Sukhavati, there are four, kind of qualities that one must have, or 4 points that we have to think about. First is to remember or to pray or hope that one wishes to be born in Sukhavati. When I say that, that means that we have to always remember, think about Sukhavati. So that I wish I could be born in a Sukhavati. I wish I could go to Sukhavati. So from day to day, remembering again and again, thinking about Sukhavati, Sukhavati's qualities, Sukhavati's, and this is the first one. The second one is to offering or the merits, collecting of merits. And collecting of merits, we consider the best way to collect of merits is through 7 limb or 7-fold prayers. 7-fold prayer is first is the prostration. Prostration means with the body, speech, and mind. You are doing prostrations to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, but not just physically, but also if you can do it physically, of course, very good. But you can also visualize that you are body, speech, and mind. You are doing prostration to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. This is the first one. Now, the second one is offering. Offering of now, if you are at home, if you have a shrine in the temple, in the stupa, cleaning, offering flower, offering water, offering incense, this is considered as an offering. Now the third one is the confession, and the confession is how do we could do just any confession, or you have to differentiate that. Confession is also a very powerful method, but one must have a Buddha or Bodhisattva or a statue of a Buddha, or in front of a Bodhisattva, or in front of your master, with full understanding that all your mistakes that you are confessing, and even at the cost of your life, you will not repeat these mistakes again. So this is very important to understand. And once you do that, then there is considered as there's nothing, there's no sin, or there's no negative deeds that you have accumulated which cannot be confessed, which cannot be purified. So, but this is also, you have to understand the power. But for that, you must have these things all in the shrine, or the how you feel is also must be included. So this is very important. And then the fourth one is to rejoice. Rejoicing means the Buddha's work, the Bodhisattva's work, or generally if somebody is helping somebody, if you see somebody doing a lot of good deeds, then you also rejoice. I'm with this person, or with this Buddha. I rejoice that this person is doing this. I'm so happy. I want to be part of this, or something that you're wishing, that rejoicing that whoever is doing anything good deed, then rejoicing. That's also very important. Now the fourth one is to pray that to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to remain in the samsara, so that they could teach us, so they could give us guidance, they could show us the path. And the sixth one is to pray to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and our masters, so that they would give us the teaching. So this is also very important. And the last one is to do the dedication. Whatever merits you have, you dedicate. If you don't dedicate, it's something like, if you drop a water drop, if you put it on a dry ground, it will dry up right away. But if you put a drop in the ocean, it will remain with the ocean for a very long time. So it's much more powerful. So this is the fourth. So that is the how do you say, Tsosawa, or the how you accumulate merit. This is one of the best and most fruitful method of collecting merits or offering. And now the third one is the Bodhichitta mind, or Chanjusamba. And how do you get Bodhichitta mind? Is first is you have to have a compassion. With compassion towards oneself, one family, one's neighbors, one's people around you, basically to all sentient beings, you have compassion, towards compassion. And how do you generate compassion is through because of loving kindness. Loving kindness is how to generate loving kindness is that first you recognize that every sentient being, because we believe in life after the next, is one way or another. It has been we normally do say that every sentient being has been one in lifetime or another as a mother to you. But that's because most of the people generally, mother is the most precious and most closest one. So that's why we say mother. But it could be your father, it could be your friend, it could be somebody close to you. That recognize the amount of love, the care, the protection that you receive from this. To just remember that. But only in this life, because of our karma, we can only recognize the people in your life this life. But if you think more widely, then every sentient being in his one lifetime or another has been very close to you and been very caring to you. So this is also to remember, to acknowledge that this has happened. Then second one is to recognize that they are how much they have given you, how much love, care. To remember that is also important. Then also to acknowledge that to recognize, yes, these people, every sentient being has been very kind to me, very good to me, just like the important people in your life during this life. All these other sentient beings also been very kind and good to me. So it's called Masheba Tintaba Tinso. So these are the three reasons how you generate loving kindness. And now, of course, loving kindness, these are all basically interdependent, like loving kindness, compassion. So and with that, then you want every sentient beings to be attained bodhicitta mind. I mean, bodhicitta mind, the difference between bodhicitta mind and compassion is to one person or one group or something. But bodhicitta mind is that you want every sentient being. First, you recognize the importance of every sentient beings in your life or in your one life or another, basically all sentient beings. Then bodhicitta mind is that you want all the sentient beings to attain or attain Buddhahood, or there are many different ways to say this, attain Buddhahood, or to be awakened from the samsaric defilements, or you can say there are three or different ways. They say bodhicitta mind like a king, bodhicitta mind like a shepherd, bodhicitta mind like a boat owner. Bodhicitta mind like a king is saying something like, king normally leads from the front. So first the king goes, that means you attain Buddha first, and then after attaining Buddhahood with so much power, then you help all other sentient beings to follow you. So that's like a being like a king, bodhicitta mind like a king. Now the second one is something is called like a shepherd. Shepherd is something that you normally, all the sheep in front of you, you first send like bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas, they say, until all sentient being is enlightened, you will not be enlightened, something like that. So this is like a shepherd where you send everybody, all the sentient beings ahead of you, and then you remain yourself behind. This is like a shepherd. Now, like a boat owner, bodhicitta, like a boat owner is something like you are all together in the boat. When you cross the lake, the owner, the people, all the sentient beings in the boat, when you reach the other side, other shore of the water, everybody is together reach the other shore. So it's like a how do you say, like a boat owner. So they are basically three different ones, but they are all same. The point is you want because the point of all our practice, it's like for example, everything is method to be awakened, to show you the path, to show you the ultimate truth, to show you the reality of the truth, to show you the true nature of everything. So this is very important to remember. And all your sadhana, rituals, practice, meditation, or whatever you are doing, is all these are all method so that you can be awakened from the samsara, or from you can get rid of your defilement. So this is the point. We cannot forget that. So you are not doing the rituals or sadhana or retreat or meditation so that you can do the sadhana, retreat, meditation, or your practice. For you are doing all these practices so that you could train your mind and so that you could be awakened from this samsara. So this is how do you say, how you generate a bodhicitta mind. This bodhicitta mind is very important. Bodhicitta, because of bodhicitta mind, is how you enlighten. Just by mere compassion, one cannot attain Buddhahood without the bodhicitta, because bodhicitta is so much vast. You need to have a very big heart, very brave to have the bodhicitta mind, or so it is very. So we call these bodhisattvas. Normally we say the most bravest sentient beings, because they are taking such a vast, such a big undertaking their work, which contains all sentient beings, which is very difficult. So it's also very important to remember that. And then this basically, these are the three. And last one, of course, is the to pray that all sentient beings, to pray, because there are two ways of praying. Pray that you want to be attained enlightenment, do you want everything to be, that's the how you begin actually, that you want everybody to be happy, you want everybody to be out of samsara, you want everyone to be praying. Then this is called active prayer, is that where you say, when you do your practice now for the sake of all sense. So there is active prayer. So this is also very important to remember. So basically, this is about Sukhavati. It's a celestial me. It was created by Amitabha for the people, for the general people, not only for the high bodhisattvas, but also generally, where general people can also attain and or go to. And once you reach Sukhavati, it is said that because there is so much opportunity, there's so much, like, full of opportunities to practice, and very or almost non-existence of obstacles for you to practice. So that's why from once you attain Sukhavati, and from there generally you will be enlightened in due time. So this is important to remember. Bodhisattvas are there to guide us, but to make it simpler, compassion means you want everyone to be free from suffering. Bodhicitta mind or loving kindness is where you want everything to be happy, everyone to be happiness is loving kindness. Suffering, where you want everyone to be out of suffering, is called the compassion. So these are the generally two simple way to put this. So so that's about it, the Sukhavati or the Bodhicitta mind. And everything is practice, everything is everything is like your method. Just like the goal of when you give a medicine to a child, you don't give just normal adult medicine. You don't give it to the child, because first thing, child will not want to eat or not want. So you put a sugar coating on top, or you make the medicine look like a animal design, or some bears or monkeys. So basically, the point of all this is so that you awaken. That is the most important part. And for all the rest, everything is a method to so that you be awakened. So for example, when you counter the desire, you have the normally you should practice on the impermanence, because once you realize that things don't all last, then your desire towards the thing goes down. And for anger you have compassion, because then once you have compassion, then your anger goes down. And then for ignorance, then you have to think every stream of thought is coming one. If the first one doesn't exist, then the second one doesn't exist, because you have the second. You have second because we have first. You have right. You have right because you have left. You have long because you have short. So these kind of simple mind trainings that one thing can do. Basically, all of this. I cannot say this enough. I'm trying to say this again and again, that all of this is all method, so that you will be awakened from the samsara. So I will keep it short, and I will do the oral transmission of Amitabha's prayer.